In this video, I'm going to cover 3 things that's stopping you from growing your detailing business. And if you haven't started your business, this is a video you definitely want to watch. Let's get started. Number 1 is going to be being too detailer focused. So if you come to our shop or if you look inside our van, we're gonna have a bunch of tools and products. We're gonna have extractors, polishers, steamers, air compressors, attachment, pads, polishes, like anything that you can think of, we're probably gonna have it. And anything that we don't have, we're probably gonna order it. So for a detailer, we have everything that you need at your disposal to get the job done, or just to use something a bit more different or a bit fancier just because you can. But that being said though, we don't put a focus on just being a detailer. A lot of these tools and products were acquired over years and years and years. Right now we do have a 1-inch, a 3-inch, a rotary, a 15, a 21, an 8mm throw. We have all these polishers, but at some point, right, years ago, or at least over a progression of years, I started off with a 5-inch polisher and I did the whole vehicle like that. And then from there, I got a 3-inch polisher and I did the whole vehicle like that. So my point is that yes, over time, you'll accumulate tools and products to get the job done. You'll have more of these niche things, niche products or niche tools to tackle this one specific job. But you don't need to have everything in order to get a job done. You don't need everything in order to get started. And you don't need to put value or worth in a specific brand or in a specific tool or product in order to start your business, or in order to get customers, or in order to charge premium rates, right? When I just had a 5-inch and a 3-inch, did I say, well, I don't have a 21, I don't have a 15mm throw, I can't charge my full rates. Once I get that 15mm throw, once I get that root pass, once I get that grid to garage, oh, then I'll be able to charge more, because now I'm using actual brand quality brands instead of the Harbor Freight polisher. Of course not. What you're doing as a detailer is you are selling your services based on the results, not on the process or the tools and products that you're using. And being too focused as a detailer has a lot of caveats, right? When you're talking to the customer, right? Don't be so detail focused and you're using these technical terms and you're talking to the customer as if they were a detailer as well. Right? When you're selling your services, when you're positioning your business on your website, when you're writing the captions on your Instagram, when you're doing all these different things, right? It's like you can't just think as a detailer. So you have to think as a business owner, as a marketer. And look, I know, I get it. You go into a detailing business because you like detailing and you want to offer detailing services. But let me tell you, that is going to be very, very, very limiting if you're only seeing your business as one way of being a detailer. If you want to limit your earnings, if you want to limit your potential, if you want to, really set a ceiling to what you can accomplish, simply thinking yourself as a detailer and nothing else will limit yourself. Now, again, this comes with a lot of caveats. That doesn't mean you're not the best detailer that you can be. This doesn't mean that you don't actually spend the time and energy and put the practice and hours in to get better at your craft or at your job. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying you can't be 100% in as a detailer and nothing else. It would be like, okay, you are, 50% detailer, 50%, business owner, but that 50% you're giving 100% of your time and effort to become the best detailer that you can. So you have to allocate the time and energy in all the right places in order to maximize your potential. But if every day you're just going outside the garage, picking up your polisher, and you're saying, okay, now I'm gonna practice more today, and that's all you're doing day in and day out without focusing on the marketing, on the advertising, on the sales, on the customer service. If you're not, if you're just solely focused on, hey, I'm being a detailer, I'm gonna polish vehicles, I'm gonna clean interiors, and that's all you're focusing on, you are gonna limit your potential much more than if you say, okay, look, there is the detailing side of things and then there's the business side of things. And you have to have a balance between, okay, I love detailing, I want to be a detailer, but I can't be a detailer and make money and do this as a lifestyle or as a career if I don't get the customers or make the money that I need to support what I want to do. The second thing is going to be comparing yourself to other detailers. And the reason why I say this will slow you down or won't help you grow is because when you're comparing yourself to literally any other detailer, whether they're smaller or bigger, it does you no justice. Nothing comes of any benefit or good from comparing yourself to anyone else, because you don't know what their business is going through. You don't know what they've done to get to where they are. You don't know that they have a shop and you're looking at them as, oh well, like they're making a lot of money. they have high-end vehicles, but they're actually not really turning a profit. Or you're looking at someone that has just working out of their home garage, and you're saying, wow, they've still been there for 7 years, and they're still not out of their home garage, when they're making a lot more money than the next detailer or yourself. But you're thinking, oh, they're at a home garage, they don't know what they're doing. So judging someone with no context or no information does you no well. And also that if you want to copy another detailer, and you're saying, well, they're posting on Instagram, so I need to go post on Instagram, and they're using those hashtags, so I'm going to use those hashtags, and the way that they're writing their caption, I'm going to write my caption. But you don't know that they're also running $800 worth of Facebook ads or Google ads, and that's where most of their customers are coming from. You're thinking, okay, yeah, they're using Instagram because I see them post so much. Yet maybe a handful of customers come from Instagram, but 90% of the customers are coming through some paid ad like Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram. And again, with no context, with no back-end information of what's actually working in their business, you don't know. You don't know if they're happy. You don't know if they're profitable. You don't know if they like where they're at. You don't know what the mistakes that they've made. You don't know anything. And yet you're saying, well, I'm better than that person, or why is that person growing faster than me, or why are they making more money, or how I'm better than that person. It does you no justice. It serves you no benefit to compare yourself to anyone else other than yourself. You have to stay on your lane, because even if you're in the same market, offering the same services at generally the same price point with, let's say, theoretically the same customers as far as the same type of customers, you're still gonna have completely different businesses. You're not going to be able just to emulate exactly what the other person is doing. Every business will be in some way or fashion slightly different, to where you can't just copy and paste what that other detailer is doing. It is what it is. I don't care if you're in the same area, same price, same services. Something is going to be different, or your business is going to be ran differently, which will have an impact on how you do things. So that's why whatever you do is going to work for your business, and you have to figure out what that's going to be. For you, it might be Instagram. For the other person, it might be YouTube. For the next person, it might be Instagram ads. For the next person, it might be search engine optimization. For the next person, it's just word of mouth. For the next person, it's a car enthusiast Facebook group. Every business is going to be different. You have to figure out what's going to work for you through trial and error, through seeing what works, what doesn't, and that's how you're going to grow your business. Not simply by comparing yourself or trying to copy another detailer because you think something is working, or because you think you're better than them, or they're growing faster than you, that you're somehow in an inferior or superior position than they are. You can only focus on yourself. Stay in your lane, focus on your thing, because this is your business. Don't mind anyone else's business, focus on your business. Now the last one is gonna sound the most rudimentary, the most basic, but it's if you simply don't start your business, if you simply don't take that first step to actually get things going, whether it's the right move or not, whether it's on the right path, don't worry about that. It's simply, you have to take those first steps in order to actually make money and start learning what it is you're supposed to be doing, right? You're never gonna get to this point where you're perfect or ready in order to start your business. I don't care if you're waiting for another check in order to spend $1,500 on tools and products. I don't care if you're waiting for your LLC or insurance. I don't care if you're waiting for your website to be designed and your logo and businesses to be ready. Like, all that is irrelevant. Yes, some of those things are good to have, but if you're always waiting for that other thing before you get started, you're never gonna start. So if it is like, you won't be able to have a business or do anything if you just don't take those first steps. And I'm telling you right now, if you just have a bucket, a wash mitt, and a brush and APC, that's good enough to get started. Like, go out there this weekend and make 10 bucks, make 15 bucks, make 25 bucks. And you're saying, well, that's so little. Yeah, because you're just starting. Right? Stop thinking like 6 months, a year, 2 years ahead of time, right? Like, stop thinking so far ahead. Just, you're in the now, you have the money, you have the business, you have the customers. Go take that first step, go get your first customer for $15 and let it begin now. There's no reason to wait. Like, there's no reason, there's no red tape you have to cross, there's no certification or major licensing. Like, you don't have to go to a trade school for 6 months, a year, 3 years. You don't have to go and pull out a $1.5 million loan in order to get some infrastructure built or go hire employees. Like, it's literally just you on your own in whatever personal vehicle you have, whether it's a sedan or an SUV or a mini truck or a full-size truck, whatever it is. Like, you can just go get your tools and products, put them in your vehicle, go to a customer location, hook up to the power and water, and get started. That is literally as simple and straightforward as it can. Like the first 7 years, I primarily used the customer's power and water. I started when I was 17, 18 years old, and the customers didn't care that I looked so young. Like there's so many things that I get questions on of like, hey, so can I do this? And I'm this old, can I do that? And I don't have this, can I do this? It's like, man, when I started, like that didn't even cross my mind. It's like, I just want to get started, right? And a lot of that comes with like maybe, ignorance or being naive. But it's like, yes, I worked out of my 2003 Toyota Matrix XRS. It was lowered, it had wheels, it had, carbon fiber hood, it had a roof rack. But I would just throw everything in the back of my car and go service customers. Like I didn't think anything of it. I didn't have a pressure washer, a water tank, I didn't have a generator. Like that's how I started. So when I get questions of like, hey, but I don't have this, and hey, is the customer gonna think wrong about this? And do you think that they'd be unhappy about this? And it's like, those questions didn't even cross my mind. It was just, I just want to start. Like I just want to go do it when I want to get started. And it's like, you kind of have that level of just, kind of being naive of like, yeah, I'll go do that, right? And of course you can. So if you don't have a generator, a water tank, a pressure washer, like that is fine. Just go use the customer's power or water, or have them come to your home location, right? A lot of people get asked that as well. Hey, can I start a home garage business? Is that going to be awkward? There's plenty of detailers out there making however much money per month, bringing the customer vehicles back to the home location. Like the customer drops it off at their home location. So it is possible, but nothing happens if you just don't go out and get started. So please, I encourage you, I'm begging you, if you've been contemplating starting your detailing business, if you have said, well, once I get this, I'll get started. No, stop. This weekend, right? This weekend, just go and make some money. Go and get a customer for $15 if that's all it is. If it's just a wash, go do that. If you can't even clean the wheels and tires, that's fine. Just go get started, because that little win, that little success that you get under your belt will start to build that momentum. You say, oh, that was nice, $15. Okay, you know what? Let me go do someone else. Let me charge 25. Oh, that's 25 bucks. Okay, let me go do it again. Ooh, today I just made $100. Okay, let me go do that next weekend. Oh, I just made another $100. And that's the snowball effect. Things get going, you get more confidence, it builds that momentum, and then before you know it, you're actually running a business, you're making a couple $1,000s per month, and now you're saying, okay, you know what? If I really focus on this, I can really grow this to something bigger. And then now you are in business and things are going. But none of that happens if you just keep on waiting. So please, stop waiting. Okay, and I'm gonna end the video right here. Let me know if you have any comments, questions, or concerns by leaving a comment in the comment section. If you do want to check out any of the guides that I have, or if you want to check out my podcast, the Detailing Business Class Podcast, or if you want to look at my second YouTube channel, the Proper Care channel, you'll find all those links down in the video description box. Other than that, I'm going to go ahead and get set up for bench. I'm going to do a top single of like 260 today or somewhere around there. But thank you very much, and I'll talk to everyone on the next one. Bye-bye.